is your superhero name, and what is it that you stand for?
I'm not a superhero. No. I might be a hero to some. If perhaps your life was spared by one of my assassinations. And as far as a name, I don't have one. I'm just a guy in a suit with two swords that look like one sword. Trying to make a quick buck.
Do you, is there a mark that you won't go for?
You're kidding? Nothing stops me. Just today I was fighting some wannabe punk. Trying to look like me. Wore a silly mask. Not like mine. Mine's not silly. Mine's serious. I'm serious.
Of course you are.
And the only way to feel alive is to take lives. Evil lives. Or stuff like that.
What about...
Well, I'm not really sure what the public's saying, but I don't think he's fighting for justice. I think he's causing more harm to the society than what he really is understanding, because he's basically killing these so-called criminals and doing somebody else's job. He's taking the jobs from the policemen and the firemen and the local civilians that volunteer to make the community safe, and in his mind it's making it safer, and when the locals feel like they're not as safe as they were before he came into the picture. And unfortunately, because he's so stealthy and ninja-like, no one can catch him, so he basically has free reign in his abilities to control the criminals, so to say.
So you think...
What about the law? Don't you take that in consideration when you're killing people? I mean...
Everybody's corrupt. This is Oldsmar. Have you never been to Oldsmar? It's corruption at the flea market. Corruption at the Wendy's down the street on Hillsborough. Corruption at the McDonald's across the street. I bust up crime everywhere. This Oldsmar. Cops are paid off by the owner of 7-Eleven. Trying to traffic in Indian girls.
If he is part of a government action, the government has the right and the biblical obligation to punish people. No individual has that right to take it upon themselves. Vigilante justice is not justified in the Bible. Self-defense is. If someone attacks you, then you have a right to defend yourself however necessary. But a person that just goes out as a vigilante, that is not justified by Scripture.
So it's wrong.
It's wrong. Yes, you have to allow the government to do its job. You cannot do the government's job for it in punishing crime.
Didn't even know. So he had these 2 ninja stars, right? Or I don't know if he had just 2, but he had like some like on his back. I don't know how many he had once again, but he reached back and he just goes, "Yo! Shazam! Shazam!" Two little things of silver just yum. These 8 little piggies turn and they're like, and then one catches one of them in the throat, and he just goes out. The other one caught him, boom, right in the head. He didn't even know it hit him because he was dead, but he didn't even make a sound. He just went, he just fell over.
I remember this one specific incident. I believe there's a witness who got away, unfortunately, but I'll find him one day.
So, Professor, what are your thoughts on this new guy that's suddenly just up and become, the new vigilante of the town?
Well, I think that vigilante would be the wrong word. I mean, he is an assassin, nonetheless. But he's at least cleaning up the good kind of corruption. You know, he's doing it for a good amount of money nonetheless. It's not free. If you're good at something, don't do it for free, right? As Joker says.
Right.
But he's getting the job done at least. My students really look up to him, you know, they see this guy cleaning up the town and all the crime and getting paid to kill the bad guys. And they love it, you know, they want to be good people. Also, their parents telling them that the assassin will come and get them at night isn't also, you know, it's kind of a bad thing, but still, they do the right thing at least.
So you're for it?
I'm totally for the assassin.
Would you say that his actions are just? That you know, what about the police? Isn't this the police's job? Shouldn't the law be taking care of his job? You know, how does he get a free route?
If the cops aren't doing their job, somebody needs to do their job. Granted, he's getting paid for it, and he's getting paid to kill people, but at least they're the right people to kill. The
So
ones
why-
that are causing the corruption in the town.
Why are you doing it?
I'm a professor. I'm no fighter. Why don't you do it? What was your hardest mark to get to?
There are no hard marks. If you're marked, I'm the punctuation to the mark. The exclamation to the point. Sometimes a question. Also, to the dot.
So what do you think about the man all dressed in black running around taking care of crime in the city?
What do you mean, man, all dressed in black? Like,
He's got the black suit, man. He's
you trying to insinuate something by saying that, like, he's all dressed in black? Like, what? You mean you think he's black? What?
no, he's not black. I said he's a black suit. He's wearing a black clothes. No one can see him. He's wearing black.
What's with all this black? Why's it got to be black? Why can't he be wearing something else? What the f is going on? Why's it got to be black? God damn! Every time I come up in this bitch, people got to be talking stuff about black people.
Well, as soon as he was done throwing the ninja stars, he tucked himself into a little flip. This is all done when he was in the air. Like, he jumped out of nowhere. He just, pow!
Can you show me? Can you display how that goes down?
I could try. Ran across the roof of the gazebo, jumped off, pow! Took his ninja stars out, and then it's like, pow! Caught the one guy in the chin, lifted him off the ground. Well, I mean, it's easy because he's a pygmy. And then he seen another guy coming up behind him, so he just went, pow! And he still had this guy hanging up here. And it was just like, pow! Pow! Punching and falling and pow! Back punch is the greatest thing ever.
In chapter 21, he who strikes a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death. If a man acts with premeditation against his neighbor to kill him by treachery, you shall take him from an altar that he may die. So that is saying that if a person acts with premeditated thought to kill someone, then there's no sanctuary for that person. The capital punishment is what is the just punishment. And the Bible's pretty consistent in that. Even in the New Testament it talks about the government having a right to punish those who are offenders.
He is committing a crime nonetheless. He is breaking the law. That is sound. And if he gets caught, the law has to be just to all citizens.
If there's one thing you could say to him, what would it be?
Keep up the good work, don't kill me. was someone somewhere that you could say something to right now, what would it be?
I have one thing to say, and I have it to say to all of you. You better hope that nobody wants you dead. Because I will kill you.